Morning.
How are you doing today?
Pretty great. I thought I woke up late, but then I realized stress pinged me at the same time during the voice channel. So
Nice. This looks like it's probably going to be a pretty good race. Both of these players have very high PBs in this category. Limcube might be a bit out of practice, but he's a talented player, so I think that it should go pretty well.
yeah, he's practicing backup strats right now. But
Yeah, work on his super launch skills. Yeah, we should be getting going here in just a minute. Well, while we have a moment here, how about we take a look at their PBs?
I think that this should be fairly close now.
Let's see. Per the leaderboard, Limcube's no amiibo time is 32:17, and Outer Earth's is 32:47, so 30-second difference. He has a higher amiibo time, and Lim doesn't do amiibo times. So there's no reason why this shouldn't be close, other than maybe just rustiness, I guess. Looks like they're underway.
Yep. I can't wait to see that now. This is going to be an interesting match.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Link, was it yesterday that he got like a pretty good all-shrines time?
Yep, Limcube got the world record, in fact.
Oh, nice.
30, sorry, thinking all shrines. 7 hours and, help me out, chat, 38 minutes, something like that.
I'm just playing in Russian as usual. I don't know why he does that.
I think he just likes it.
Probably.
Prends cette tablette, Sheikah. Elle te montrera la voie après ton lancement.
It's just obviously losing time to voice acting though there.
Yeah.
That
I mean, you can already see the difference.
Yeah.
Well, if he likes a handicap, he likes a handicap. We can't stop him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're going to be moving on to get their scope clip out of the Shrine of Resurrection. Lim getting out very quickly.
Yep.
Outer not too far behind. A pretty successful climb by both of them.
Yeah. Others had a little bit of trouble clipping out, but
yeah, getting back in is very specific. It's a lot more specific than you think, but it ends up being a pretty easy thing once you get some more experience.
Yeah, it's not too hard as soon as you figure out what to clip out. Usually, it's not too hard, but sometimes when you try to go fast, you might be a little bit off.
Yeah.
The spot. It's like Others picking up safety food there.
Mm-hmm.
The next things that you have to do can actually get you killed sometimes, so it's not necessarily a bad idea. And obviously, there's a little bit of time you end up not having to need those food, but
right. And I have a kind of a general question about this upcoming Boko camp. So yesterday, like we all know from experience that if you get hit by one of the Boko bats, it can take 1 heart. But does it increase the damage if it's on fire?
It does, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because
I
you're
thought
gonna take fire damage too.
I see. 'Cause that happened to me yesterday, and it one-shot me, and I was very surprised. But I guess it does increase the damage possibility. Which is interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, Outer Earth was able to smack the guy away before he hit him, so that's pretty lucky.
Yeah, because if you get it and then end up dying, it's like 30-ish again, I would say, of time
Yeah.
loss.
It's pretty costly for early game, at least.
Yeah. Now both runners are gonna clip into the shrine with the technique called skew clipping. That was a technique that was fun about a year ago, actually. It's like during the last tournament.
Yeah.
Funny enough, yeah.
Do you know the origin of like who figured out the clipping method?
There was a very early clip from Gymnast in the like very early days of Breath of the Wild where you clipped through a wall, but we didn't understand it.
Okay.
And like it's almost like a year later, like I'm saying that.
Wow.
Like we kind of figure out that jumping on slopes would kind of change the angle that Link would get when you do a shell jump. And Legend of Link clip into the first shrine. But there was also, I think, a clip from a Chinese glitch hunter. That was like around for a while too, even before that. So
I see.
it's hard to pinpoint exactly when it was like first figured out. But the first person that clipped into a shrine is Legend of Link. It's a pretty good
Interesting.
glitch hunter in the 3D Zelda community.
Oh yeah, very helpful. And if anybody doesn't quite understand like the method of it, it's very specific on direction and angle. Generally speaking, the direction you face, like the slope heading towards you, if you bonk on that, that'll be the direction that you will clip into, because it moves Link backwards. Like it remembers you moving backward for some reason. So if you say try to set your skew north, you won't be able to clip west or east or south. It just won't work.
Yeah, I would argue that there's a few exceptions to it, but it's
Yeah, that's true. And that's especially evident in the cryo clip coming up, where the racers will go. They'll set their skew north to clip in, and then look the right angle direction, and be able to clip in that way as well.
Yeah, but usually like solid walls, you're gonna have to set the skew
Mm-hmm.
normally. Next, we should see the first use of the stasis rune, which happened to be one of the few runes that were like very useful back then. Now we have wind bomb, so it's a little bit less useful, but
Yeah, I'd say the most useful thing it's used for now is just tree launches, because vertical wind bombs are difficult. The better runners out there have a little bit more success with it, but vertical ones are not easy.
Oh, that's bad fodder.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, you had safety food. I forgot about that.
That's right.
Never mind, he's good. 'Cause reloading, I mean, we'll see, but
Oh, jeez, he fell off.
yeah.
Well, they didn't notice him, so that's good.
But yeah, if you fell a boulder and reloaded the shrine and then fell that BTB, there won't be any autosave for the BTB, and you're gonna have to reload at the shrine every time,
Mm-hmm.
which sucks.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Lime's
Lime's going for yes.
Well, he got the
Oh.
frame, but it didn't work. Uh-oh, Outer died in the water. Shoot.
I don't know. I cannot read.
Yeah, Lim usually goes for that quick clip in directly in, but it's very specific.
It is. I've tried it so many times, and I think I got it like once or twice.
Yeah, I've never gotten it either. Well, you have. I haven't gotten it personally. Oh no.
The nerves, man.
Yeah,
It's the best of 3 though.
that's true. I mean, these BTBs can really get in your head when you fail it once. Just seems like a snowball effect.
Wait, what's this? Oh, he's down to 2 arrows already. What?
Oh, he really reloaded and didn't realize how low his health was.
It's fine. Just get all like the chokes on the split, and then never choke anything again.
That's what we all tell ourselves, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What does this split have to do with the next one? That looks pretty good. Ah, there we go. Okay. Adder's moving on.
Well, the angle is a little bit off.
Oh, yeah. Could have been standing position. It's hard to say.
If I code everything else, I'm still ahead.
Yeah. That's what we all tell ourselves.
I remember like saying that sometimes to song. Yeah, if you get like a 20-second gold there,
Yeah.
you might PB still.
If I could count the times I've been a minute and a half behind at cryo and said all will be forgiven with unloaded, I think I would. That looks like a pretty good angle. Yeah, that's the angle you want from Limcube.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit low, so he might have to fall damage cancel a bit early, but there's a chance at unloaded right here.
Since the
Unloaded.
1.6 patch, it's hard to get unloaded though.
That is, yeah. And that loaded just as he unequipped his weapon.
It used to be so easy on 1.5.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know what, yeah, I don't know what exactly they changed on 1.6, but
The loads in general are faster.
probably, yeah.
It's definitely quicker for the cutscene for the the orbs and whatnot when you press X. Because there's a timing here that you'll see from Outer that he'll delay pressing X for the cutscene until after the text disappears, and that saves a few seconds. And that's definitely quicker than it used to be. All right, let's see what kind of success Outer can have here.
Yeah, Limcube made it look so easy, but the BTB to the Magnus Shrine can be quite difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
And he got it too. And he's a little bit higher than Lime, so.
Mm-hmm. That might actually give him a slightly better chance at unloaded.
I like his angle too there.
It hadn't loaded yet. Oh, he took a little damage there.
Yeah, that might waste enough time for the shrine to load actually.
Still unloaded.
Right. Yep. That was just enough.
Jeez. That stinks.
At least Otter didn't die from the fall damage cancel.
Mm-hmm. Like that was as close as it could be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on to the. I think this is the worst BTB, honestly.
It's not too hard.
No.
Easy.
Well, it looks easy, but like, so I mean, Castle BTB is tough for timing, But I feel like I always know what's wrong with it when it goes wrong. This one, it's like, okay, I don't know why that was wrong. I just don't get it.
BTB comes from slacks. Yeah. Kill the game, literally.
Mm-hmm.
No keepo. Actually, it's probably what bring a lot of people to the game.
The BTBs.
Yeah, because skew clipping was like huge already, but it was not like super game changing overall.
Right.
And then BTBs came in, and now people are like, "Oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
that's always fast now."
Yeah, I mean the shield clips for everybody who may not know, that saved all of the cutscene times that we had to deal with earlier. But the BTBs have saved like 90% of the movement on the plateau and a lot of shield surfing that used to be prevalent.
Not in any percent. It changed everything in any percent.
Yeah.
I mean, other categories still has to get the tower. Any percent is literally the only category that can completely skip tower.
Right. Yeah, it shaved, what, a good 6 minutes off this category, just skipping tower?
Tower alone was like 230, something like
230.
that. Yeah, and
Okay.
then the intro cutscene was, yeah, it's about like a minute and something else. So
Okay. And you don't have to deal with weather or anything.
yeah,
Which I don't know how often you would run into rain or thunderstorms on your way to the castle, but...
for let's say categories like Almond Quest and All Dungeon, it didn't matter much except in Gyarados Desert, where at night it would be very cold, during the day it would be very hot.
Oh, really?
So it really changes like the way food was used for those regions.
Oh, interesting. So at 5 a.m. or whatever the time is, it's not hot enough yet?
Yeah.
And Limcube over there getting a near perfect wind bomb in the bomb shrine.
It's like Otter's having trouble there.
Yeah.
He's slowly catching up though.
Yeah, I mean, he's maintaining his lead. He's not letting Limcube get too far away, even though he's on about a 17-minute plateau, about close to 18. All right, well, we'll see our first opportunity here coming up for Outer to maybe gain some ground, depending on how good Limcube's Beetle RNG is and how good his Castle BTB is.
Oh, it didn't. Ah, okay. I thought he would pick up the one near the shrine.
Oh, yeah. He missed his, I forgot. Looks like Outer got his wind bomb as well. Not bad, not bad.
Oh yeah, the beetle can be on pretty much any tree in that forest. So...
Yeah. I've seen it maybe 8 different places. Looks like Limcube got a lizard instead, which is always a good insult to injury.
it could be good for other categories, like Almond
Yeah.
Quest when you want to cook speed food.
You just can't rely on it to be there.
Yeah. It's more likely to be a beetle, but... Except in any percent. The game just knows.
It does. It's sentient. Alright, looks like his tree launch is going to be just fine. And he avoids a load, which is also handy. Alright, pretty clean, pretty clean. Outer is going to have to look for his beetle, though. It looks like, I guess Lim did skip that easy one. Which is kind of odd, because I feel like he would know about it about as well as anyone, as the one who kind of figured out that it's there.
Yeah.
He and Mr. Pop figured it out. But looks like Outer sees his beetle.
Yep. Basically got the perfect beetle there.
Alright. Now this is down to timing. One miss, and that gives Outer the chance to catch up. That's
Yep.
early and high. Alright.
Yeah, that BTB can be pretty hard.
Oh no, Outer ran out of arrows. Ah, it stinks.
Yeah, I think it's what to say for the Krannis BTB was weird. Like it autosave in the lake. So
Mhm.
after he shot the first arrow. Alright, second try for him. Not too bad.
Is that angle a bit off? Like a little bit left?
It always looks a little bit off at first.
Nah, it looks like it might be okay.
As you're losing speed, you usually can control a little bit more the angle, so
Mm-hmm. The wind definitely pushes you a bit left, and it's easy to get too far left if you're not paying attention.
mm-hmm.
I mean, he looks all right.
It'll be fine.
All right, now we're down to banana RNG. Yet another opportunity for Outer to catch up. His round is a bit more friendly.
I thought I can get that BTB pretty quickly. Yeah, can catch up easily, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to reload the Ivor because of a couple of moves, so it might not be in the same position anymore, so the cues should be all different.
Do you think that it's faster to reload or to just wait for him to lose his question mark and then whistle again?
I always see everyone doing that SVA setup there.
Yeah, it's been pretty common,
Yeah.
but he nailed it.
Yeah, he nailed it. I've tried it so many times, but I cannot figure out the timings and everything for this setup.
Yeah. I mean, I think that KO has maybe the most unusual one. Like, it works for him really well, but I mean, I can't imagine getting used to it.
Oh yeah, it's the beauty of Breath of the Wild. I would say it's not a single setup will ever be the same.
Yeah. I mean, mine's different than everyone's, and, Rosin's is different, and Song's is different, and it's really crazy. Like, for a BTB that is so specific, it is rather forgiving in that regard.
Yeah.
Looks like a... Go ahead.
Oh, light bomb, light bomb. Okay, now you're fine. I always
Lim...
panicked.
Yeah, and Lim got his bananas, so he's moving on.
Yeah. That gave enough time for Otter to actually catch up, and if any little things happened to Lime there, could easily just take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Good arrows on top of that, dang.
What did Outer just do on his menu? Did he turn on the map?
Oh, I think he turned off the gyro.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty common because sometimes people tend to like be shaky.
Gotcha.
So since a precise BTB, well, double better than first try.
Awesome.
That has about 30% chance of happening.
And they both got it, which is kind of... Actually, it's happened frequently in this tournament, which is pretty weird. But, I mean, I'm not going to argue with it. The better the RNG, the better for all of us. Uh-oh, Moblin's falling Limb.
Oh yeah, that's... I mean, managed.
Yeah, he's going to lose a little time because he hasn't been able to place the bomb, and now he's been seen. And...
Yeah, I hope he's gonna get check arrows now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's just using the backup, but the Lizard... Oh!
What?
No, okay, that can happen when the Lizard follows you. It can actually burn up the torch, which is the ideal, but it's super hard to get that.
Wow.
Is that a commentator scares? I said there's one little thing happened. God. Looks like both are going for wind bomb route.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It is so much closer.
Yeah, they're identical now. Oh, and Lim failed again. And he got killed, so that's going to waste even more time over a reload. That's kind of the tricky thing and about this new route, is if you're not used to it, it can fail for you and waste more time, even though it is faster overall.
For older runners like, let's say me and Otter, it's actually just a throwback to an older route.
Yeah. But for somebody like myself, who's only been running this for a few months, and Lim has been running it for about 6 or so, it might be a bit of a handicap to go for this route because you just don't know it as well. You don't know the timing and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, his arrows are garbage.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's got to do this again.
No, Otter got one bomb arrow from the first crate.
Oh, I meant Lim.
Oh, Lim. Okay.
He just reloaded because his arrows were that bad. So he has to sneak strike the moblin for a 4th time, I think.
Oh, the double sneak strike there. Just being safe. Okay, I feel like the problem for Lime is not like in the back enough of the moblin.
Mm-hmm.
So he's eating this side. Eating. English, please.
What's that a phrase? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah.
So Outer is skipping that first wind bomb, but he's certainly going for the other, I guess, easier one that doesn't risk running into a castle wall.
Yeah, the first one is definitely at the hardest, I'd say, of the two.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a very handy lead to have at this point.
Oh, wrong side of the wall, I believe.
Yeah, getting bullet time there would be tricky.
I don't even know if it's possible by the...
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Works.
Did he just kill himself?
Maybe?
Almost.
One shot protection?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, he's gonna opt for the old tree launch.
Tree surf.
Oh yeah, tree surf.
I've never tried this before. Is it difficult?
You don't want... Yeah. It is. I hated it. I still do.
Oh wow. Interesting.
Yeah, you kind of want to wait till the tree is like a little bit like lower than that.
So
and you have to stand like on the very tip of the tree.
Oh jeez. So a scale of 1 to 10 difficulty, box launch versus tree surf.
Well, that tree surf in particular is harder than box launch.
Oh jeez.
But tree surf in general is not that hard.
Alright, well, Lim is going for his backup. This is not something that any other runners are doing right now. He's going for these fire arrows over here and for bomb arrows on top of the first guardhouse. But with how far behind he is, I would have recommended just skipping this.
Yeah.
This can fail.
I didn't see how garbage the face road was, but if he was going for backups anyway, I think.
Yeah, it's just kind of a style.
Like, oh, come on, Song. It's only free because you were good at it.
Top 5 runner showing up in the chat just to tell us how easy everything is. Fair. Lim's arrows are bad, according to chat. Great. I do...
Ooh, Water's getting terrible RNG there.
Yeah.
Should be fine still, though.
Is it pretty consistent that, like, if you finish Windblight close to where he voids in, it'll, he'll definitely won't void out? Lim's gotta be careful here. Well, you got it.
Yeah, that could have been bad there.
Yeah.
Nice, good fight so far for Otter.
Yeah,
He
he's
got 3 of those Ruined Blade, but that's pretty much it.
keeping his composure.
Yeah, we always talk about how easy it is to lose time on Plateau if you fail BTBs and such, but in Castle it's just as easy to lose time if you like miss one little thing. And it really showed there.
Some might think it's a bit more, I don't know, experience friendly because it's a bit more in your control what happens in Castle. You don't really get trolled as much by RNG, aside from bananas, of course. Oh, geez.
Otter. No.
Outer took the wrong arrow angle, and he's gonna have to take a little more time.
Oh, going in bullet time, dude? That's not an any percent strat. Come on. Oh, they're calling out songs during is on race.
While racing. I can't imagine having that kind of focus to be able to do that. I cannot talk to anybody while I'm racing.
I think last year was actually, was it? When I was racing against Pop, I was like gifting subs during loadings.
That's great.
Because I'm not running right now.
Yeah, and money's a thing, apparently.
It's one of the requirements.
Alright, they're about, well, they were about a blight apart, but now it looks like Outer is gaining a bit of a lead.
Now this fights are pretty solid overall, like, outside of that water blight.
Yeah. And generally speaking, the more experienced the runners, blights are mostly free. The only way you're probably going to die is just by making an error here or there. But it's pretty, I don't know, reliable to get through them. It's Calamity you have to worry about.
It's simply an execution test.
Outer moving on. His Claymore broke, which is a bit unfortunate because you typically like to throw it in Ganon's face immediately, but it's not run changing necessarily.
Some runners like to do that. I don't.
Yeah?
Because it feels like it gives different patterns to Calamity, and it's more shit usually.
Oh, okay.
At least to me, so
There is
when the Claymore breaks.
There also is the chance that the Claymore will inexplicably bounce off of Calamity, doing nothing to him, and then you get killed.
I've never seen that. What?
Really?
Yeah.
It's happened to me like 4 times. It's awful. Because then you panic, you're like, what? And then you try to do a flurry rush and he just kills you. It even happened to me, and I think it's happened to Harmjin as well, where I threw it at him and it broke, but it caused no damage, so he just smacked me.
Like Limus. Well, that's weird. I actually never seen that before, though.
Yep. Well, you don't throw it, and that's probably why you haven't.
Yep.
And Outer's kind of cruising here. It looks like his arrows are pretty decent on the normal end of things. He's trying to spam his headshots right now.
Yeah, he's down to 1 bomb arrow already, but...
Oh, and I didn't notice that Limcube was able to get a crit potion. Not necessary, of course, for an experienced runner, but it's a nice thing to have.
Oh yeah, it is. No, you just really don't have to worry too much.
Yeah, as long as you take care of business. Lim's in trouble.
Yeah, he's having... Talk of Light isn't that friendly with him right now.
moving on to second phase is Outer Earth, but he got Calamity on the wall, which is not cool.
It's the saddest things.
Do you have
Especially
any...
when you're on a good pace and your pushing timer is low.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any views on what to set, or do you think it's completely random?
It's random.
Okay.
I've tried so many things, like back in the days where I would try to finish the first phase depending of what attack pattern you did, anything, and it's completely random.
I've tried to do some observations on positioning in the arena when you finish the fight, like say, oh, Lim died. That's bad.
Oof.
He's got to hope for Outer to die here too. I've had some theories that like if you kill or if you move on to phase 2 with Calamity with his back to the wall, he may attack and then back up to the wall. But if you both are close to the wall behind Link, he'll immediately go to the wall. But that's not a very proven theory in any way. I'm just observing to see if that has any kind of validity. But it seems as though if you finish him in the middle of the arena, then he may be a bit more friendly.
Now, there's definitely some testing that still need to be done with that, but there's really nothing you can do much, I would say.
Yeah.
In the fight anyway, because the way he moves is it's whatever he wants to do, basically. So.
Right. And it's especially frustrating when you, say, have great arrows and get through phase 1 really quickly and you just have to wait for him.
Oh, yeah. It's not a problem in other categories, funny enough.
Right.
Since you have, like, Herbus Esfery. So you can just bring him down with that. And then if you run any category that picks up the Master Sword, it's even better. Because Master Sword is regularly 30 damage, but during the Blight fights and Calamity, it is boosted to 60. So.
And it can't run out of energy in those fights, right?
Yep, it cannot break or anything. And so the beauty of it is if you have done the DLC on top of that, Trial of the Sword, and it's maxed to 60 damage normally, it's gonna go up to 120 during the fights.
Really? I thought it stayed at 60 always.
No, it doubles.
Oh, jeez. Well, and we got to remind the runners that even though it looks like Outer's going to take this, it's fine for Limcube. There's at least one more race to go, and he had a bit of unluck, a bit of an unlucky castle. So this isn't over by any means.
If you can fix what went wrong in Castle, it should definitely be, I would say, still in his favor for the other races, but who knows, maybe Otter will gain confidence from this race.
Yeah.
Momentum can be a scary thing sometimes. Please kill it.
Eat some chilies. I guess that's some kind of punishment.
Come on, he's feeding the horse.
Well, there goes Outer. GG.
37-18. Not a bad time.
We'll see if Lim decides to finish. Maybe in the interest of time he'll reset here, but we'll see. He may just even want the practice. I mean, there's no rules against continuing.
I feel like it depends how Tres feels about it, but...
He fed the horse everything he wants, you know? Instead of other folks on this channel just killing the horse constantly.
I mean, you've seen the early days of Breath of the Wild. Horse was awful.
Of course.
They deserve to die.
I ignore the horse. Is that better or worse?
The only good horse in The Legend of Zelda is the one in Skyward Sword, because it doesn't exist.
Epona and Twilight Princess is good.
No, yeah, no, it's actually the best. In the original, not the HD version.
Yeah, not in HD.
Yeah.
They managed to screw it up somehow.
I might give it to Ocarina of Time just because you don't have to do anything other than jump over stuff. You don't have to deal with like running into walls or trees or anything.
I don't know, it's not a pain to get in TP though.
No. Just give it to you.
Oh.
What's bad about the horse in LAS? LAS?
Oh, it's LAS Link's Awakening Switch.
Wait, there's a
There's
Horse
no
in Link's Awakening Switch? I haven't finished
There-
the game yet.
I doubt there is.
I didn't buy the game because it's overpriced for a remake.
I was actually playing it this morning. It's adorable. And I love that game, the
Oh.
original, so...
Oh, I believe it's adorable. I've played the demo.
Oh, okay.
It's... I don't know. I own both of the original games. And
Oh, nice.
if I really want to have a newer version, I could just buy it for $5 on 3DS, so... I don't
Right.
see why I would pay the other Canadian price, so...
Yeah, Lim is going through the motions here.
Yeah. Well, if you don't mind, I'll like to get some water. My throat
Yeah.
is...
Yeah, I'll hold down the fort.
Okay, thank you.
They might want to take a break after Lim finishes anyway. Alright, well, Lim is moving through first phase. He's trying to get some headshots here, keeping his distance. He's not going to be going for the laser parries. It's pretty risky, typically. His bomb arrow count isn't terrible. He's going to want to conserve them a tiny bit, though. And he's missing a lot of headshots. And that's pretty tough with the amount of arrows that he has. Yeah, he's gonna get into phase 2 just fine. There we go. I finished Calamity in the center of the room. Let's see what he does. He goes to the wall immediately. Of course he does. Great. Perfect. We're gonna hope for a long-range laser or a spear. Looks like Lim is not comfortable deflecting the spear. Hopefully maybe he throws a fireball next. Alright, he's gonna go for this. Oh, he broke his shield, and that's not good. He's gonna need another opportunity here. Got that one.
Yeah, that laser parry is a little bit awkward.
Yeah, it's delayed by maybe a half second from the other timing that you deal with.
Mm-hmm. It's very similar to the final boss in the Champions Ballads DLC.
Right. It's definitely something, like, I don't know why, but it seems like the Ganon laser parry is easier for some reason than like a Guardian laser parry. But it's definitely wise to practice those laser parries in the overworld from different distances.
Oh yeah.
It's there's a pretty easy timing if you get in close range where you just press A right after the beep from the gun. But being able to do it from long range as well is very handy.
Yeah, just being able to react to it is something that is, yeah, pretty handy, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Well, looks like, I guess Lim's gonna fight Dark Beast and kill the horse.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I think you just want to practice Calamity.
Alright, and we'll wait for the racers to chime in on if they'd like to take a break and how long. All right. Well, now that we have a break, let's maybe unpack that race a tiny bit. Outer's race was very clean, I'd say. Limcube's was very good until the castle. So if he can just tighten that up a little bit, the next one should be just fine. Get his mind fresh.
I agree. I had some trouble in Plateau, but it wasn't like too far behind.
Mm-hmm.
What really set him like super huff? Well, not super huff, but what really was like the biggest mistakes I feel like was the first BTB dying and then having like less arrows than usual.
Right.
But yeah, his castle was more solid overall, and it showed.
It looks like they're waiting. So do we have an update from Trez on whether or not they're going to be taking a short break?
They will take like 2 or 3 minutes of a break, and then we'll start the next match. So
sounds great.
Gonna be fast.
What people submitting?
All right, folks. So we'll take 2 minutes of a break, and then we're gonna be back. All right, we're back, and we're pretty much good to go again. So let's go back to the layout, and let's switch the audio to auto this time, and then we can start whenever. Welcome back, folks.
All right, here we go for race 2.
Again, I was expecting Lime to take the first game, but now that Otter did take the first game, I'm excited to see how it's gonna go for this second race.
Yeah, I think I was kind of expecting the same thing too, but I think Outer is one of the more underrated players in Breath of the Wild, any %. Like
Yeah,
he
probably.
always performs very solidly in races and other things.
Yeah, he's been around for quite some time too, so he's more experienced in a way.
Mhm.
Oh, I think
Lim
trespass
doesn't
that.
need to remove the overlay.
Oh, okay.
Открой глаза. Открой глаза.
All right.
Oh,
Let's watch Outer get his enforced handicap with his language.
Это
mm-hmm.
камень Шика. Возьми его. Он укажет тебе путь после долгого сна.
Oh god, it really is the voice acting.
Yep.
We'll actually go back to Limcube's audio, however, as his autos is slightly delayed. So
All right.
Lime got the clip pretty quickly.
Yep.
And Otter too, dang.
He's very consistent at it.
Yeah, I feel like most runners so far in the tournament didn't struggle during the game.
Oh geez, Limcube ran out of stamina, which may mean he might need to take some safety food if he loses another half heart here.
It should be fine technically, but yeah, safety food might be
Yeah, he's all right.
maybe a good thing.
And he grabs some peppers. They both grab peppers.
It's weird because usually you would see the runners play a little bit less safe, maybe in the first run, than like the second and third one, especially when you're behind a game.
That might be a reaction to how, I don't know, I guess how evenly matched they are. They both don't want to lose any kind of early game
Vers le lieu
problems.
que t'indique la carte de la tablette Sheikah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might be in trouble here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
he's able to dodge it with a shield jump. Pretty smooth.
pretty creative. Yeah, but because of that, Otter and M are pretty much even now.
Mm-hmm.
It might look like it's not much, but losing stamina at the beginning and then this was just enough for the language difference to not even matter anymore.
Right.
Pretty fast clip from both, dang.
Both of them, yeah. And they took different skew spots as well.
It's gonna be to see if how they figure out these problems with the BTB to correctness or not.
Yeah, definitely hoping for a bit more consistency there.
I would say Italian is probably the funniest for one interaction with the old man on plateau, but other than that, I'm not sure.
Yep. Both got through the shield clip or the shield jump just fine.
Italian's the worst. Oof. Someone's triggered over all dungeon speedruns.
Vivox with hot takes over here.
Chica Stony. Yeah, but French has a La Tablette Chica. In German is a Chica Stein. Which sounds cooler than what it is.
Yeah, which I guess that just means rock, which is kind of confusing, since we would call like a beer mug a Stein, but apparently that's not a thing in Germany at all, as I learned from asking.
What? No. So we didn't talk much about it in the first race, but selecting the right options there to talk to the old man can save a few seconds.
Mm-hmm. You pick the second option first and second option again.
Yeah, it's not too much. It's not exactly game changing, but
No,
it
but
matters.
it's a time
eventually.
save that you want.
Right, so I didn't get hit by the boulder this time.
Oh gosh.
Still a climb down though, so he's most likely gonna have to reload or.
Yeah, he's gonna do it again because he did get his arrow back, so he has one to burn, which is nice.
Okay.
And that can happen if you jump a bit too early with the inputs after or before the axe swing, because then the game thinks you just want to climb down.
Well, I got a pretty good angle this time around.
Yeah, I got a great angle. Lim going for ESC again, and he's able to get it first time. Oh, Link doing the splits there.
That hurts. It's gonna be this split again, huh?
That's rough.
So yeah, just like last run, Lime is taking the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, doesn't mean much until the fights, basically, and even during the fights, it's anything can change.
Yeah,
One
exactly.
swing.
And we saw that pretty quickly. Outer was behind by maybe a minute or so, and then he was able to finish by a minute or two at the end. So no problem.
Deja vu. But yeah, when you unequip the shield, basically during BTBs, you're gonna go down quick.
Right.
And so if you just misjudge a little bit the distance between you and the ground, you might actually just like die faster than you think.
Does pressing B too late also affect that?
I feel like pressing B is actually you slow out, you fall slowly.
Okay.
If you do that, yeah. It's definitely slower. So if you think you're close to the ground, yeah, you should just press B to remove the shield. At least that's my that's what I do usually.
Yeah. I get a little inconsistency with how fast Link falls, and things tend to get a little messy.
Yeah,
He's
this
getting,
game is weird sometimes.
Yeah, looks like Lim didn't get the good angle this time. So that's about 40 seconds or so that Outer will have to catch up.
Yeah, Lime didn't get exactly the best BTB there, but he was able to pick up extra arrows.
And he's choosing to run as well, which will waste more time,
Yeah,
but
I
not a
think
ton.
I said it during other races, but everyone choose to run over doing a rocket launch
Hmm.
in this tournament. It's weird.
It's definitely harder than the one we get up to the Temple of Time because the stasising window is very small, but it's not
Yeah.
undoable.
He's going even for even more extra arrows thing.
Yeah.
He really didn't like his RNG last run.
I guess.
Jeez.
That one wasn't great either. He only got 2, which you can get upwards to 15 from those 2 crates sometimes. Where's Outer gonna go here? Okay.
It's about the same as what Lime got.
Yeah.
Rocket launch, it's easy. It used to be the only thing we had to travel. Yeah, picking up extra arrows too.
And going to this tree, I guess. Interesting.
Yeah, this tree works fine.
Yeah, going
It's a little bit,
downhill, you can get the double hits easier.
yeah. It's also a little bit higher than the other trees, so it's easier to get over the hills.
There we go. Very good angle.
It's not rockets. Alright, so again, Other just closing the gap between him and Lim. Slowly but surely. Oh, still got hit there. That garden is a professional sniper.
Yeah. Retired sniper. Moved into a shrine just to get Link. Luckily, it only takes a quarter heart. But if I ask people to raise their hands if who's been killed by that quarter heart, I will raise my hand.
I remember people resetting over like that garden simply because they would get as soon as they would shield jump over the gap, they would get hit and then fall in the water. And back then we didn't have the Cranius rune with the route.
Oh, okay.
So you had to walk back in the water all the way, like the beginning of the room.
Man, run dying to a Guardian Scout. What a time.
It was easier to reload, watch all the cutscenes again from tower and everything. Or at least I should say less painful.
Right.
For sure.
Well, I'm going for a slab here. Getting it just fine. And not messing up the Boko RNG with it either. You can kill a Boko occasionally, and that messes things up.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
He's not getting friendly movement here, though.
Nope.
There we go.
Buckavan decided to show up finally. He's okay.
That's lucky.
That looks scuffed, but it's worked out.
He was gonna get the higher one, and it moved just like 6 inches forward to give him the better angle. That's crazy. I mean, I've seen maybe 3 different angles of stasis to cryo. I've seen about 50 different angles from mag to bombs. It's such a weird setup.
It shouldn't be a thing, and yet it is.
Yep.
Funny enough, I think it's one of the first BTB that we figure out when we basically figure out what BTBs were.
Oh wow.
Because we had a lot of trouble going to Cranius because the setup isn't super obvious.
Right.
And then going to Mag was just a pain too.
Yeah, Lim had some issues there, which is allowing Hour to catch up. I thought they had lost Skew for a second, but he was able to get it through. I'm going to guess that both runners are going to go for Wind Bomb yet again.
Alright. Definitely gonna be interesting. Others really catching up right now. Like I said, momentum can be a scary thing, so
It can.
he knows he can do it, so he just has to do it one more time.
All right, what you got, Lim? What you got? He's doing his ragdoll fix first, which everyone pretty much agrees you have to do this here.
You do. Otherwise, you just won't get knocked.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Yeah, that could have been bad, but survived.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to die there. I think hitting the side of the platform there saved him. Outer's also able to get it, but he got tucked into a corner.
Yeah. But he still got it first try, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very close of each other now. The rocket really changed everything, I would say, there.
This really can go either way based on what sort of beetle they get to.
Oh, yeah.
Because you
And
can
that's better
lose at least 6 seconds looking around, but it's more like 12 to 15 if the beetle is very bad.
I hope for both runners it's not that bad, but it's not in my control.
It is in mine, but I choose to do nothing.
Have a races later, Jimbo? Could you, do we arrange something?
Sure. How much money you got?
Should talk about it after the stream.
Sure. I will bless whatever you need
Thank you.
for a price. For a price.
Fuck.
Didn't Lim get the lizard on that tree last round too?
Did.
Wow.
Yeah, he did.
That is some impressive odds there. And Outer is not getting his ideal beetle.
Yeah.
And he's just going for the far one immediately.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
they're both looking for it. That's not good.
That is very bad.
It
Cue the
might be on
waiting.
the very last tree.
Cue the waiting music, I guess. They may have to just pause and reload. No, it looks like Outer's found one.
Yeah. Weird. That's a weird one.
Yeah, that's very unusual.
There's also a lizard.
Dude, I think that
next tree.
I think they both found it on the exact same tree.
Looks like it.
Alright.
And the camera angles is different for both, so.
Whatever you say, Breath of the Wild, whatever you say.
Yeah, turning off motion controls again. So, yeah. Beetle changed. It's ahead now.
Beetle, beetle, beetle.
This is why. It doesn't happen yet in the tournament, but this is why some people opt to run the amiibo instead of the Neo amiibo. They don't have to deal with that kind of RNG.
Or the banana.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean,
go ahead.
It's still fairly like a bit of RNG because you're never sure exactly what kind of fish gonna drop from the fish amiibos, but
Right.
it's more consistent overall.
And you have to wait about 10 seconds for the amiibo to scan and fall and pick it up, etc.
It's on Switch. It's weird.
Yeah.
Wii U is faster, I believe.
It is. It's kind of a weird thing. Like, I think that with the discovery of Wind Bomb, the gap between amiibo and no amiibo has changed a lot.
It did, yeah.
But in this category, it still is a pretty big deal. Howder's getting a terrible launch here, whereas Lim's getting a great one.
Yep, the lead's gonna change again. Most likely.
It looks like Outer is gonna just go with it, and that may not be wise.
I mean, he's like I said, he's been around for like longer than Lime, so he's probably thinking about the backup strats more. Yeah, he's gonna go for the slab launch, which will lose quite a bit of time, but it might be wiser to go for it, simply because you might fail the BTB castle over and over and lose even more time. Oh yeah, you can just wind bomb also from there. Forgot. Wind bomb is such a great thing. Nah, it doesn't look like you got the super launch, but now it doesn't have enough elf for the slab launch though. So I'm not sure exactly what is planned. Never mind, he has... I forget runners picked up safety food. Where's that guy? I don't know, man. Pretty bad idea from him. Oh, it looks like Lime got a good banana RNG there. Got take it. I know I went for the Phantom Armor last run.
Yeah, I saw that. I think that KO had to do that in his race against Song as well.
Yeah.
Which, for anyone who doesn't know, that is a good backup for cooking RNG, because you can get a 2-attack potion very easily, and that extra armor can help. That is a very weird position for the Flying Guardian.
The others BTB is...
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. There you go. Looks like Lime fixed his problem from last run.
Oof. Lim's,
Better RNG.
yeah, his arrows are a lot better this time.
He also
And
picked
he,
up a bunch of extras, so...
And he was able to kill the Moblin this time. Outer skipped the fin?
I mean, you can pick up pretty much any
Monster
monster
part.
part.
Okay.
It's technically better to pick up Moblin's Guts, because it gives you more time, and it has a higher chance to crit.
Okay.
Yeah, that and Lizard Full Tails. If you ever think of going for the potion RNG, ever, Lizard Full Tails and Moblin Gods are probably the parts that you want.
Right. It's important at least to have 2 bananas, though. If you try to do it with 1 banana and 1 mushroom, it's very hard to get the 3 attack that you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, picking up the guts, like you said.
Yeah, this used to be what we were doing, so...
Alright. Arrow RNG is not bad.
5
Does it look like
bombs.
fire arrows, too?
Yeah,
Nice.
there was a bundle of 10. Should you see that bundle of 10? The rest is just extras, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, Lim failing his wind bomb yet again. Yeah, that move to pick up fire arrows is a bit suspicious to me as well. And these bomb arrows too, I just don't know if it's worth it to spend 30 seconds, 40 seconds going after extra arrows.
Yeah, this might give enough time for for Otter to maybe potentially catch up.
Yeah. Plus this Guardian is gonna see you right here, and yeah, he's gonna have to hide now. Because stepping onto the treasure chest sucks. Alright, we got through. Oh,
Well, yeah, he
he's
didn't get sniped, but
got into a
That was-
tight spot elsewhere.
that was interesting.
Yeah. Outer
Oh, yeah,
moving
that-
on.
One thing with Wind Bomb, this is back. Sometimes the cutscene won't load right away.
Mm-hmm. More time loss, and
Yeah.
not intended in any way, of course. Yeah, Outer is not comfortable with that other wind bomb.
Fair enough.
Choosing to go the climbing route instead.
So now, if everything goes right, Lime should have this race.
You should, yeah.
But if anything happens during the fights and other has pretty good fights again, this could change again.
Yeah, any bad movement from Ganon could change this pretty quickly.
Also, yeah, I think Other has more bomb arrows.
Oh yeah, I think he does too.
Oh, we got the unloaded floor there. Pretty cool.
All right, get ready to watch Outer Earth float, guys.
It doesn't happen anymore, but in the earlier versions of Breath of the Wild, the whole room could get unloaded sometimes.
I had a run weeks ago that the floor was unloaded during the entire duration of the Blights fight.
Yeah, that happens. It messes you up a little bit.
Yeah, it does. Right, about one whole Blight fight separating them right now. Both on the second phase of their Blights. Outer getting tornadoes right away, but he's able to dodge them, so that's good.
I don't know, I think I called him Lime because of my French accent. Sorry. Anyone that got triggered over that?
Not Liam.
Lim.
It's alright, he made it up anyway.
Alright, they're like, both rounds are just one phase apart.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's a lot of time, but
It is, yeah. There's a lot of unavoidable cutscenes to sit through.
it's nothing impossible, though, for either to catch up.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is the most difficult cycle to get through in these fights? Or at least to finish quickly?
Fireblade phase 2, I would say, sometimes. It's probably the most troll
Yeah.
and precise.
It doesn't really make much sense, and when you do get it, it's not always clear why you got it.
Yeah, other than that, I feel like the other blights are pretty straightforward, to be honest.
Yeah.
Thunder Blight can be, can go wrong sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like he stood up right away, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not too bad because you just have to hit him like one more time. Well,
Mhm.
or two in this case, okay.
Right.
But yeah, it shouldn't mess with anything, really.
About half phase separating them still, which is good. Which means that we can get a bit tighter here depending on what Ganon does.
Oh, Lime didn't
Uh-oh.
make the shield there.
Oh no! Oh jeez.
Oh.
That is very bad. Did he just
That's it.
miss?
Yeah. Well, now he has to hope that Otter dies somewhere too during the
Yeah.
fights.
His
Or
boomerang
something like
ran
that
away.
happens.
Yeah. Luckily, he doesn't really get up until you start hitting him. Like, he'll get up eventually, obviously, but he's triggered to get up after the first hit.
Oh, he has to redo the wind bomb there. Dang.
Oh my gosh, he didn't get a save outside of Sanctum. How common is that? I haven't tested dying much.
Well, I mean, Lime used his own route there, so
Right.
I'm unsure if it has been tested for that, but
It
I
looks
know
like
Slade
there.
had a few problems with the other wind bombs too sometimes.
It looks like he got an autosave there, but maybe it's just the movement is too quick that it doesn't put his coordinate there outside the Sanctum.
Yeah, that could be it.
Hard to say.
Yeah, Torb, it should always save, but there's some cases sometimes where autosaves just not puts you like I mean, no, it saves like at Sanctum, but your coordinates are not at Sanctum.
Hmm.
This is weird. It's a common thing in longer runs that can happen more often.
Yeah, right. I mean, the most common one in this category is if you die on your way to the banana room, it will put you back at the Temple of Time more often than not.
Yeah.
But it really is just moving too quickly. If you do a BTB or a stasis launch or a wind bomb somewhere, it takes you across the map. If you do die, it won't really know where to put you. Outer has great arrows.
Yeah,
20.
Did you pick up the Claymore?
Yes.
I didn't see it.
He had 20 fire arrows. That's very weird.
That's I don't remember who was running the other day, but they had like 50 arrows total. That was insane.
You don't even have to like do any kind of flurry rush. Just stand on the other side of the room and
Yeah.
shoot him.
Well, technically, if you have, I believe, 26 bomb arrows, you don't even have to do anything.
Wow. And is that all headshots or no?
Yeah, mostly all headshots.
Okay. That looks like Outer got a flurry and a laser.
Ooh, got the laser.
Not bad. Alright, we're moving on to Stunlock. This is going to be Lim's last hope. Okay. Opting to not throw it.
Yeah, I think he just forgot. Because we're just standing there and wait.
It can kind of goof up your timing if you're nervous, if you throw it and then you don't quickly re-equip, press Y, and then hold Y, because your timing can get thrown off a little bit by throwing and re-equipping. And especially since like sometimes Calamity's body is blocking Link from view, so you can't really tell what you're doing, you just have to go off of feel. One more. There we go. Outer moving on. Unfortunately for Limcube, he's going to have to hope for a miracle here.
Just run into Dark Peaks a couple of times.
Now, everybody has a different Beast Ganon manipulation method. What do you think is the fastest one, Lou?
I think it's the one that Skitto uses.
Oh,
Just
really?
not
I'm not.
moving at all.
Oh, he just like dodges the first laser and just stands there.
Yeah.
Huh.
But at the end of the day, it's pretty much all the same.
Okay.
I believe.
Like maybe the fastest time you're hoping to get is a 2:35 or so.
Maybe, yeah. It's all how can I say it?
Anticipation of where to shoot. Like so, you like hit it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I guess it's all scripted. There's no way to make this really like faster.
I've noticed one weird one, and I don't know how to make it happen often, but sometimes if you ride really far away, he doesn't do a full turn. He like does this weird stomp thing, and then he lets the laser go, or it doesn't shoot a laser and then releases them. I don't really know how to do it, but it seems faster in a way. But also it's kind of confusing because you expect him to turn, and then he just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and that with the way I move, sometimes it happens like more often. But it's not something I really try to go for.
And definitely where you move and like when you move there is very important. Alright, Outer is on his last shot. Will he feed the horse? He will ignore the horse.
Easy.
It's raining, so he... He's gonna try to do a wind bomb here.
No, don't do that.
Show pony.
No.
Well, he got it, so... too early, too early. Too early.
Don't die.
Oh god, oh god. Well, he won't go all the way back to the beginning. He will go back to the beginning of the fight, but that's somewhat of a miracle that Lim is hoping for.
Yeah, still. Unless Otter screw-ups again,
Yeah.
it's still not gonna happen.
No.
I don't know what Otter was thinking. It was obviously not gonna end up well.
He's usually not much of a show-off in runs, but I guess his hubris got the best of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he could have fall damage cancel, but okay, that was the thing, Destructor. I feel like when people, as soon as people get glider, they forget that fall damage cancel is a thing.
Oh, yeah. I even forget that the glider's a thing sometimes. After doing any percent too much.
Oh, he threw the weapon while County was still invincible there.
Uh-oh. Okay, he's alright. He's got plenty of potion.
Did you get it? No, okay. 1 minute left now.
Yeah, he's fine.
Alright, don't mess around this time, because Lime's not gonna let you win.
Nope. Alright. Moving into the belly phase here. Now he's just throwing weapons around, which is maybe the opposite of what he should be doing. But, I mean, it's not exactly going to kill him. Just distract him. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Cette aura le protège de toute attaque. Je vais contenir son aura maléfique.
He shot early there.
Je ne pourrai pas tenir très longtemps.
Don't get stepped on. Don't get... Okay.
That'd be sad.
Lim is sitting there petting his horse.
Yeah. We'd see more Protocol, I guess. If Otter dies again, but...
Je contiens son aura.
Don't choke again. Okay, there we go.
Alright.
Moving on.
38-57.
GG Outer.
That was definitely interesting, the back and forth between both runners.
Yeah.
Plateau was has been like Lime both races, but then
Yeah,
I guess Castle was actually like better for Lime.
he's very consistent. Yeah, he's very consistent with Plateau. I don't know of any percent runners who practice Plateau as much as he did in the past. But he's always wanted Plateau to be as solid as possible. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
I was pretty comfortable with like Plateau in general.
yeah, excluding of course like people like Rosin and Song, but he definitely has made sure in the past to make his plateaus consistent. Now, this is one phase that I do wonder about. Is it faster to have him turn or to walk forward? Or is it about the same?
Maintenant, Link.
Should be about the same.
Yeah.
Tu y es presque.
Because light circles are not gonna spawn any faster.
Right.
If you always do it like the same way, right, like even if you're like a little bit faster, let's say at shooting the first light circle. If you listen to the music, it should always be on the same audio cues.
Oh, I see.
C'est les sort maintenant, Link.
All right. Well, there goes Lim. GG.
40-32.
See if he'd like to join us for an interview. Outer may not be willing to. He's usually not much of an interview guy. We'll see if Lim would like to join us.
Alrighty. So Lim instantly left the SRL channel after the race ended. So I'm not entirely sure if he's joining us for an interview.
Okay.
I want to say I doubt it. No, actually, never mind.
Nope, he's here.
Oh, easy.
Hey, Lim.
Oh,
Hello.
yo, what's up?
Hey, Lim.
Good day.
Tough race there, buddy.
Yeah, honestly, I felt like I was playing decent for being mostly rusty because I obviously currently am playing all shrines or longer categories for the most part, but I still wanted to join this. Plateau went fine. First castle, I got trolled, dude. I got trolled by this moblin. For some reason, So first of all, the first moblin followed me, then the Sulfurs followed me too. I got up, I got the weapon from him, and then I saved because I still needed the Royal Claymore because I missed the first sneak strike. And then every time I loaded that save, I didn't know really what to do. Like I tried to go down and get the sneak strike, and it felt like different. Probably because I whistled at a different time than I usually do, and I kind of just got wrecked. And then I obviously also died again. Like in both races, I pretty much definitely completely lost at the point where I had a death in the fights, which is definitely the part I haven't been practicing much. But one thing I was kind of like chiming into commentary. I definitely agree that in specifically the second race, the faster quote unquote wind bombs without the arrows would have been better. But I straight up just haven't learned them. I just learned the safety wind bombs where I get the extra arrows. That's why I went for them.
Yeah, it's an interesting move, and one that maybe, well, it didn't cost you the race. It was other larger mistakes, but it's definitely
honestly
something
though, what if I got an autosave on the? No, I'm kidding, but I probably lost like another 30 seconds. It wasn't that close after all. That has never happened to me personally. I guess it makes sense, like you said, that the game didn't catch my coordinates, so it put me back on the roof, and then my chest was gone because I didn't have bomb arrows, so my normal wind bomb didn't work. I just kind of YOLO'd it and it worked.
Right.
Yeah, thinking about it was probably the autosave from the chest that screwed you over there.
Yeah.
I see. Well, good work anyway. It was a great race to watch, and I don't think there's any shame whatsoever in losing to a player like Outer. He's an excellent any percent player.
No, for sure, definitely agree. And also, I mean, deaths in Calamity happen to like the best players or like to Blights, even though the death to Thunderblight was just me kind of resident sleeping.
Right.
But, no, I'm still fine with this performance. I'm happy I got to play, and it was fun.
Yeah, you still have a loser's run, I believe, right?
Oh wait, true.
Yeah.
Actually, I completely forgot about it. I guess I do. So I'm coming back.
I think that you'll be playing against maybe Destructor. I'm not really
I
sure.
think you mentioned that. Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
All right, Master Protege coming in. Well, congratulations to both racers, and a side congratulations to you, Limcube, on getting the world record in all shrines, no amiibo. Very proud. Everyone's very happy for you, and we hope to see even more good things from you in the future.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for commentating too. It was really good.
Of course.
Oh, no problem. It was a fun race to commentate, to be honest. There was like a lot of back and forth between you and Otter. So
yeah,
that's great. All right, thank you guys for having me.
Of course.
All right, folks. So that's it for today, actually, already. No, never mind. There's one more later. There's one more match of Breath of the Wild later at 6 p.m. UTC, so in roughly 2.5 hours. Quash vs. Lou, lower bracket round 3. And Lou, if you lose, I'll make fun of you for the rest of my life.
It's fine. I'll run TPW just for you.
TPW. Alright, better find a setup for the scene clip.
And I think the winner of that will go on to play some guy named Jumbo Mooses. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Oh yeah, actually.
Alright, so I actually just updated the brackets because Destructor wasn't even in lower bracket round 3 there yet. So brackets are up to date again. And
Nice.
that's it for now. We'll be back later with lower bracket round 3. And until then, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you to Lou and to Jimbo for doing the commentary.
Thanks, everyone.
No
Yeah,
problem.
later.
Bye.
Bye.